Hey guys, throughout the years, there has been an uncountable number of unethical experiments perpetrated in the name of science. From Mengele to Tuskegee, many inhumane experiments have been performed in fiendish defiance of appropriate moral reasoning. Many times, science has taken ethics to its logical limits and then passed it, but almost none have done it in the creative ways in which Cleopatra did during her rule. According to Egyptian legend, the first unethical science experiment in all of human history was designed by none other than the famous final ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, Queen Cleopatra. Cleopatra, although known today for her suicide while her kingdom was conquered by Rome, in her time she was respected and known to be very intelligent, and as in many cases, intelligence comes with the drive to find the truth. At some point during her reign from 51 to 30 BC, the question arose amongst Egyptian scholars, when can you tell whether babies are male or female in the womb? No one knew, so Cleopatra designed a small experiment to find out. To ensure her data was consistent, she would follow the same procedure. First, she would gather a group of females sentenced to death in her empire. To make sure none of the female prisoners were pregnant and could mess up her experiment, Cleopatra made all the test subjects take an abortifacient to purge the womb. With the slate now clean, Cleopatra forced a male servant to rape the woman, and at some predetermined time had the females executed where she would have the fetuses fished out for examination. Accounts differ on the results, but according to legend, Cleopatra could reportedly determine the sex of the fetus by day 41 after contraception. However, it should be said this is almost certainly false, because even with modern observational techniques, the earliest most doctors can differentiate between the two genders is week 9 of pregnancy, or about 20 days after Cleopatra could determine the gender. Either way, Cleopatra determined this experiment was a success. To be fair, Cleopatra experimented only with females that were sentenced to death. After all, if they're going to die anyways, why not make them useful for the time being? She made them take an abortifacient to ensure prior pregnancies didn't confound the results. She then recorded the exact date of pregnancy and nailed down her answer to the day. If we judge this solely as an experiment, she did everything right. Of course, by every other standard, she did nothing right. She was willing to abandon all standards of morality, ethics, and compassion just to find the truth. This wasn't the queen's first foray into the medicinal sciences either. According to the Greek historian Plutarch, Cleopatra experimented on prisoners with poisons as well. She tested hundreds of poisons on individuals, from venomous animals to concoctions of poisonous plants to certain minerals found in the Earth's crust. This knowledge came in handy when she committed suicide by letting an asp, a poisonous yet worshipped snake in Egypt, bite and poison her, which she observed to be a relatively painless death. Legend or not, many generations believe these stories, which illustrate something important about the human condition. Humanity identified an archetype here, something deep and dark, recognized even back then. The person that takes things too far and lets their obsessions get the best of them. What made Cleopatra a bad scientist wasn't the lack of logic or reason or scientific acumen, it was she did science too well, to the exclusion of human decency and even her own humanity. In conclusion, science isn't good or bad, it's human application that is good or bad. Thanks for watching, bye everyone.